Yo, what up? This is Big Tommy Nichols. Yeah. First YouTube video, definitely excited about it. Uh, Damn, where do I start? Well, first of all, I just want to say that I'm excited to take you guys on this journey with me. Let's see what happens, let's see what happens when I get my head out of my ass, basically, and get serious. Um, my boy Tommy Proper TV, got a YouTube channel also talking about how he's reading Ty Lopez 67 Steps. It takes 67 days to form a habit. You hear Ty Lopez say it all the time. The chains of habit are too weak to be felt until they're too strong to be broken. So he's practicing the same thing as me. So, damn, I guess it's kind of to hold myself accountable in a way. But really, I just want you all to be able to see what I can do. And then so you can do it too. You know, Ty Lopez talks about the four pillars of happiness, health, wealth, love. Excuse me, four pillars of success: health, wealth, love, and happiness. And I already feel like maybe I got the health part down. That's cool. Not really, because you're never satisfied, but I mean. But that being said, it kind of hit me that my bank account sucks, man. My social life sucks, and I'm certainly not happy. That's for sure. Now I'm not trying to get depressing on y'all. I'm just saying, um, there's a lot of different factors that go into happiness, and I certainly don't have them. But man, it feels good. It feels good to get in front of the camera and be like, "Hey, yo, what up? This is what's happening." So let me just tell it to you like that. For the next 8 months, I am gonna read a book a day. Now that might sound a little crazy, but Ty Lopez, has a video called "How to Read a Book in 10 Minutes." So we're not going to talk about that right now, but basically, you ain't got to read a book cover to cover. I am going to share my business with one person a day, so I just started a business as well. I am going to work out every day. That's 3 things. That's only 3 things that I need to do for the next 8 months at least. So, I'm sort of taking the 67 steps or the 67 days, the theory that it takes 67 days to form new habits and change your life, essentially. I'm basically going to triple that for a few different reasons, and we'll talk about that later. But, I think that, you know, success is a lot more about what you do than what you say. I mean, we all know that life is about what you do, not about what you say. And so there's 7 things that I am not going to do. Whoa, excuse me. There's also 7 things that I am not going to do for the next 8 months. I am not going to drink alcohol. Now, and don't give me all that shit about, you don't need to be not drinking and shit like that. It's not about like being lame and like not trying to party, because this is a test. We're just gonna see what happens. I'm not gonna drink coffee because coffee's an addiction too. I am not gonna smoke weed because, now listen, man, same thing. Like, don't troll me and talk about how you shouldn't, there's lots of successful people that smoke weed. Michael Phelps smokes weed. Wiz Khalifa smokes weed. It's not. it's not about that, you know. It's just about having a clear mind. And like I said, this is a test. So we're going to see what happens if I don't smoke weed for 8 months. And the reason why, the biggest reason why, is because I have not smoked weed my entire adult life for probably more than a week ever, not once. So, like I said, this video is partially to hold me accountable for that. I'm not gonna eat white flour, you know. There's a book called Wheat Belly. I'm trying to remember the author's name. I don't know who it is. But basically, white flour turns to glue in your stomach and slows you down. You know, sprinters don't eat white flour because, you know, it slows, like physically, literally slows you down. In addition to that, it's horrible for your digestive system. Number 5, I'm not going to eat sugar. Processed sugar, that is. Of course, you're going to eat a little bit of sugar and fruit, you know. Little sugar's not bad, you know, everything in moderation, though. You'll hear me say that a lot. Number 6, not gonna be watching no movies or TV. Now, look, I watch YouTube videos a lot of YouTube videos. Reason why? You can learn a lot of shit on YouTube. All right, point blank, period. So, you know, basically, I'm not gonna be watching anything unless I can learn from it. Point blank, period. All right. Number 7, probably the most important for me. I am not going to waste time on women. Okay, this is probably my biggest problem in life. Now, you know, of course I'm not going to stop having sex. You know, that's just not, number 1, that's not realistic. Number 2, that's just not healthy anyway. The point is that, you know, think about how much time you waste on girls that ain't even fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Or girls that you thought that, you know, were gonna be great to date or something like that, and they turned out to be like, you know. Now, I'm not saying that guys do it too. You know, I'm sure it goes both ways. Don't pull the sexism card on me. And, you know, it is funny. I know it's funny right now because I have 0 subscribers, and in addition to that, this video is probably not going to get any views. But in 8 months, I guarantee people are going to be watching this shit because this is a journey, and I'm taking you on it with me. All right. Sorry, I got a little itch under my eye here. I can't really figure out what it is. Probably my hair. So, that's the most important thing to me, man. And, like, you know, because I can't tell you how much time I wasted on women in life. It's not, we're not even going to go into that. So that's 10 different things. 3 things that I'm going to do every day for the next 8 months. And 7 things that I'm not going to do at all for the next 8 months. Because, you know, my boy Tommy, he's got a YouTube channel too. That's Tom Proper TV. And he said, he's got a quote, and he says, why do we regret the past and fear the future, yet still get caught in our own heedless habits, heathenness, you know, time-wasting habits, if you will. So if it really, and you know, this I think his exact words in this, you know, one video were, if it only takes 67 days to form new habits and change your life, then why the fuck are we not all doing it right now? Seriously, we all know that if self-help books really worked, we would all be, you know, fit, rich, and happy. Just that simple. Point blank, period. So, yeah, that being said, it's a lot more about your actions and putting it into practice immediately when you have the opportunity. So, you know, it's a test. Let's see what happens. I do these 10 things. I want you to come with me, and we're going to see what happens, all right? Let's go. I want everybody to come with me, and we're going to be the best. Flex out.